morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Boricuabc2 show. I am your host, Bill Cancel. Thanks for joining me this morning on this wonderful Friday. It's back to being warm today. It's been kind of chilly for the past few days, but we have a little bit of humidity and a little bit of heat this morning, but it's nice. It's early September. This is beautiful weather. So you know what today is? Today is Friday, and this is where we do the loser show. And following this show, we're actually going to be doing the winning show, which normally airs on Saturday. So you're going to get a twofer today, which is really cool. I just get some scheduling issues I got to deal with tomorrow, so I can't do the show tomorrow. So let's get started. And again, there are lots of losses, surprisingly. Some of the things you should think about, and the words you should keep in the back of your head as we go over these stories, is legal challenges, panic, desperation, humiliation. These are some of the things that Trump is facing right now, and you'll see that as we go through these stories. So the first one by The Guardian. Courts ruled Trump exceeded authority on global tariffs. No surprise there. A federal appeals court ruled his sweeping global tariffs legal under emergency powers, delivering a major blow to his economic agenda. Keep that one in the back of your head. We're going to talk about some other stories related to that and why this is getting to be really bad for him. Next up by The New Yorker. Legal experts declare string of court losses. Trump's effort, including on tariffs, immigration enforcement, and military policy, were rebuffed by federal courts across the U.S., challenging his executive overreach. And as we all know, that really pisses him off. He really so desperately wants to be king without a constitution, just to do whatever he wants to do, and it's not working. Number three, this is a big win. This actually should be a win, but we'll call it a loss for sure because it is a loss to Trump. By The Guardian, federal judge blocks Trump's academic grant cuts to Harvard. A court found his withholding of more than 2.2 billion in research funding unlawful, siding with Harvard. The White House pledged to appeal. That's his magic word for everything: appeal, 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 appeal. This one was very painful. This kind of, I really enjoyed this, and I find it astonishing that Trump, one, allowed this to happen and is really incensed by it. Reported by the Daily Beast, public humiliation on a global stage. Analysts noted Trump's absence at a major international summit in Tianjin while world leaders convened, portraying him as sidelined on foreign policy. Let's take a pause there because there should be no surprise by anybody out of any party that he is being alienated by the rest of the world. We see that every day, that the rest of the world is basically saying, look, we're done with him. He's an idiot. We're not going to deal with him. So of course Russia, India, and China are going to get together and talk without him because they don't need him. And he's like a toddler who doesn't understand why he's not getting the attention he should get. Maybe if you just stop being an asshole, you wouldn't get this wouldn't happen to you. Just a hunch. Number five. This is by the mighty appeal filed but facing uphill battle against tariff loss. The administration has asked the Supreme Court to intervene in the tariff case, but momentum against him. But the momentum remains against him. I'm seeing chatter, believe it or not, that the Supreme Court is going to probably uphold the appellate court that he was overreaching. That would be absolutely devastating for Trump. And just think about the logistics of it, right? Because all this money that's been collected has to now be given back to people, right? Now, there are some arguments to say that the Supreme Court could overlook that just because of the logistics of giving the money back and just kind of slap him on the wrist and say, okay, stop now, don't do no more. But the momentum's not is not with him on this one, so this should be very interesting. Number six, another FAFO moment. Colorado Public Radio. Colorado to lose nearly 500 million from tariff fallout. State officials warn the Trump trade war could severely dent state revenue, highlighting real economic consequences. I only have one question. Who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? If you know the answer to that question, then this is your problem. It's not my problem. Number seven, no surprise. I started to see this morning. Struggles with strategic messaging. Axios reports Trump administration is grappling to recover the narrative after mounting legal losses and public and policy pushback. Let's take a pause there. This is again the thing that absolutely fascinates me about the Trump regime. They're 5 minutes away, literally at any point in time to to get rid of the bad press and so on and so forth. 5 minutes. All you need to do is have Trump come to the microphone and just say these words. I fucked up. That's all he's got to say. I fucked up. MAGA would drool over it and support him and so on and so forth. But Trump can't do that. He can't admit to the fact that he's blown it. And if you think about it, the last 8 months, this administration has done zero good things for this country. Zero. And it's all piling on top of each other between the lies and the corruptions and the cover-ups and so on and so forth. And he's literally running out of room to hide, literally. And yet he wants to spin this that again, it's everybody else's fault. It's the average American citizen's fault for not supporting him and so on and so forth. It's not. It's his policies that are making the American people pissed. He created this. It's not our fault. I don't know how he gets around this, but at some point in time, reality is going to set in, and they're going to have to realize that they done fucked up. Uh, Number eight, Times of India. Perceived weakness fueling tariff contradictions. In defending his tariff post-court setback, Trump invoked runaway rhetoric, calling the ruling potentially destructive to the country, even as legal constraints sharpen. So I have to ask this question. We've never had an aggressive tariff plan like this for how many decades? And the last time it did happen, it caused a depression. So for all those years between the depression and now, we were in a destructive pattern because Trump says we were. Not buying it, folks. Not buying it. Next one. This is by the time. Oh, that was the Times of India. Sorry. This is by the New Yorker, the Guardian, the Daily Beast, and the Times of India. Aggregate narrative. Court rebuffs Trump's overreach. Weekly coverage underscores how legal checks are inconsistently challenging his attempts by bypass established governance, and they're winning. So again, take a pause on that one. Yes, we see a lot of doom and gloom every day when it comes to this president. But yeah, we're seeing the courts are fighting back regularly. I mean, I don't remember a week going by in the last 8 months where a court hasn't slapped the shit out of him. He's losing, folks. That's why we call the show the loser show, because we really want to amplify the losses that he's seeing because we can't see them every day with the doom and gloom scrolling that we're doing. That's why this show is so important to keep reminding people why. And next, we're going to have the winning show to show how the Democrats are still winning. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you in a few minutes. Bye bye.